Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you all like it, please like and subscribe, and hope you all enjoy it. Have a great rest of the day.
Wonderful food that you have here, wonderful foodstuffs. And what do we have here on the table?
Okay, we're going to make a salamagundi. And in this salamagundi, we're going to have some chopped ham, some roasted chicken. We're going to have some we've got romaine lettuce, and we've got some spinach.
Nice.
We'll have sliced cucumbers. We're going to also have some slices of lemon, onions. We've got pickled cucumbers, pickled asparagus, and pickled beets, plus deviled eggs. All of those would have been in items that would have been in a salamagundi.
Now that is quite a veritable feast that we have prepared here. My goodness.
And for dessert, we're going to have a whipped syllabub.
A whipped syllabub. So please share with those of us who are not aware what a whipped syllabub is.
Syllabub was generally a wine added to a whipped cream, almost not quite whipped cream stage. And just that's the basics of it. There's different methods. Some you would have added, of course you add a little bit of sugar, but either a wine or sap or sherry might have been added to it also.
My goodness.
So, yeah, it's a very refreshing drink for the summer. Not a drink really, it's kind of like a cream, custard, whipped cream thing, kind of a combination. But they're really good. So we're going to make one of those today.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. What do we have here?
That's pickled beets and asparagus.
Oh
but
my goodness.
They're in 21st century containers.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to leave them open.
I hear you.
That's why they're hiding.
Wow. And this is a mortar?
Mortar and pestle, yes.
pestle.
The little ones that just left, they ground me some coffee.
Oh, did they?
And then I let one of them put some, so here's some coffee that they ground.
Oh, look at there. How about that?
And I let one of them, if you didn't have a grinder like this, you could have just used the mortar and pestle.
I see. I see. Now, back in, say, the 18th century, in other words, the 1700s, coffee is something that would have been presumably a little bit more of a difficult find here on the frontier. It would be something that would have been basically imported into the colonies at that time.
If they were wealthier and lived in the cities, I have found some documentation that they would have bought it roasted.
Yes.
But if they bought it, they would have bought it green. In this area, probably would have been green. They would have roasted it themselves, and they would have had to have processed it.
Nice.
I have read some wills from Mecklenburg County in the 1700s, and so far I have found 3 coffee pots as part of an estate of 3 different people. So coffee was in the area.
My goodness.
Yes. I mean, I'm assuming if they're listing a coffee pot, then that meant they had coffee. Yeah. I assume. I can't really say for sure, but yeah.
Well, I've done a little bit of research about some of the taverns
Okay,
in
yes.
Mecklenburg County. And there's one particular interesting document that was a manifest price fixed list for all the different various sundries, I guess you could say, as well as the payment for room and lodging. You know what the most expensive item on that manifest was? It was for West Indian rum. Yes. Yes, West Indian rum was the most expensive item. Part of that had to do with the taxes that were imposed. You have to make the rum over in Barbados, presumably. And it gets shipped from Barbados to Charlestown, where there's an import duty imposed. has to be shipped overland from Charlestown to Camden, and then from Camden you have someone else that's carrying it overland. And then when it goes from one border to another border, there's another import duty that's imposed on it. And then when it gets to say Charlottetown, there's another local tax that was imposed on the West Indian rum, and that tax was used to supply the salaries for those that were teaching at Queens College, and also for the construction of Queens College.
Very good.
So what's really interesting about this is that it goes to show that, yes, the concerns over the economics of the time period, especially taxes, was something that was a concern.
Yeah.
But they were already taxing themselves within the colonies.
Now, where did you find that document? I'm just curious.
It was actually not a reproduction, but it was reproduced in a book about some of the early records of Mecklenburg County, and I have a recreation of it as as best possible, as that what it would have looked like for the time period, based on a modern interpretation.
Well, in the book that what I have is someone from Polk Birthplace apparently did some research back in the 1970s and went to Mecklenburg County Registered Deeds Office. I'm assuming, I don't know where, I haven't tracked that down, but there's probably 150 records, wills, and that kind of thing. And I will go back and look and see, because it's an estate, so they list the brandy and what. I'll go back and look and see if the will listing, the state listing has run higher. Then I'll go back and look and see, just for curiosity's sake, to see. But yeah, there were. I have had a blast going through these records.
Oh yes,
It is so fascinating.
It is fascinating.